It's on the counter downstairs. Thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess. Thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess. Swagger. Who was Muad'Dib? You don't know the half. Dirt in front of buildings. You ain't see no grass. Invitation to go overseas, but I'm fucking trapped. St. Clair Village, Pittsburgh. I ain't have a chance. She asked me for my hand. I don't know how to dance. They said it was the 2-year curse that had me living in the trance. My father looked at me and said, "Be it, man," but he ain't got no cash advance. Won't even get one when he passed. So how I'm supposed to build this new nation up? Give our broken people a new Africa. And you heard that man debate my empire right before he bowed to the African Messiah. I'm gonna retire a real G. I'm gonna keep writing these books until they feel me. And I'm not afraid to do my own thing. If you ride with me, put your hands up when you hear me say, thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess. Yeah. When you hear me say, thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess. Welcome to the show tonight, everybody. You know what it is. Taibu Muad'Dib coming right at you. It's getting late, but that's all right, though. We still here, man. We're going to make it happen. Y'all be acting like y'all don't know I'm from the podcast. It's crazy. I'm here every night. Y'all know I'm coming on 9-ish. I'm on African people's time. Shout out to everybody out there in the 608, the 414, the 412, the 972, the 469, the 214. You know who you are. Everybody in the 314, you know what it is. Got a lot of love for you. Everybody out there in the 937, can't forget about you. You know what it is. We're going to bring that song out. That song's going to be really, really hot. Taibu Muad'Dib, want to talk to you. See, I knew I was messing that up. I wanted to change that. I wanted to change that, but I looked at it and it looked right. I got to able get on top of that. You know, promotions can be tricky. Don't let the promotion fool you. Promotions can be tricky, right? You want to get promoted. You want it to be the right thing. And so I got that coming to me. When you work hard for something, you can expect to see results. Matter of fact, anything worth having is worth working hard for, especially your relationships. Here on You're a Mess, I try to get folks to come out of a mess, to avoid a mess, and to find something healthy. The most important part of a relationship is the understanding that you have with each other. Tonight, we're going to talk about, no matter what the screen says, we're going to talk about the lies people tell about the importance of sex in a relationship. The lies. Taibu, what kind of lies are those? That sex makes the relationship. It doesn't. That you have to have a certain amount of sex for relationship for it to be considered a good relationship. You don't. If you look at the fact that women want the right to have a high body count and still get married to good, high quality, quote unquote, good men, good brothers. Women want to have a high body count. Clearly, sex doesn't mean much when it comes to a committed relationship. If you look at my podcast, go over my first 100 extra episodes, my former co-host Tyrena, she always talked about how women move on emotionally from a relationship before they move on physically. And I don't think it's much different for us fellas. You know, it's a difference between going out there and doing something physically with somebody else and the one you're with. It's a whole lot different than when you have feelings for that person. That's why you're doing it. Right. So I want to make sure that we're all clear, that we're all crystal clear. You can be in a relationship you can be in a relationship and not make sex the focus and it be wildly successful. In fact, sex shouldn't be the focus of any real committed relationship. Now, you young folks, y'all think I'm tripping. Y'all like, man, yeah, he's missing the mark on this one. That's not so. That's not the case. It's definitely not what it is. All right. You young people, what y'all don't understand is that if sex is making the relationship for you as a young person, what's going on, man? If sex is making the relationship for you as a young person, then what happens when you get bored or tired of having sex with that same person? Sex cannot be the only thing in a relationship, people. It's a lie if somebody tells you that sex is important in a committed relationship. All right. Get this out the way. When y'all hop in here, you know, you kind of want to know what's he going to talk about tonight, right? And I do be having some pretty good topics. I'll give it to myself. But are y'all learning anything for real? Am I teaching you anything at all? Because if not, that's a different conversation. Now, a brother came on here and he told me that he really was enjoying my show because he was learning some stuff. Right? That's good. Now, a brother came on here from England and he message fell sent to a lot of people. Brother came on from England. He said that a lot of people can put in my information and it just popped right up. You know? Now, sex and relationships, is it important? If the walls could talk around here, you would think that it was around here. If the walls could talk around here, you would think that it was. I'm talking about out of my own mouth. Like I be in the house like fee, fi, fo, fum. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. For me to go against the grain and say it's not important and it's a lie is because I want you guys to realize that intimacy is something that can last. The sexual act it has a finite limit. Even if you don't ejaculate or reach a climax, it still has a finite limit based on how long you can physically function. But the intimacy can last. Can it? Or am I on my own with this? The intimacy can last. It can. Now, what is real intimacy? What is it? And I'm just shooting out the invitations to folks that be liking to come on the show. If you want an invitation, let me know. I'll shoot you one. But I'm just shooting out invitations to some of the folks that want to that be wanting to jump on. I'm gonna mess around and go live from my phone. I be wanting to get my TikTokers in. I just don't have the TikTok app on my phone. I got to get it back on there. But that's gonna take like dropping some real memory on my joint. Shooting it out there, man. I got the sound joint here today. So I'm gonna be letting y'all have it if y'all come on here cutting up. But sex and its importance in a relationship, I don't know. I'm in an uncomfortable situation when it comes to that because I like sex. Have a high libido. Always have. But experience, and I'll tell you something, a person can be up in age but have very little experience. It's just true. So it can't be about age, but experience has taught me that intimacy is what lasts. So if you want the relationship to last, it's important that you add intimacy, not sex. Intimacy. Now, Taibu, why is it a lie? Because people be going crazy. Like you see other podcasts, they going hard about it, right? I mean, it's everywhere. It's funny, Bernie Mac was talking about what if it was in a can, people would be shoplifting and stuff. I was just watching that. But I just want you to know that he ain't lying. You could possibly put sex in a can. I mean, they got all kind of toys, blow up dolls and stuff. But what can't you put in a can, people? Intimacy. So that's the lie about sex and the importance of sex. You can't put intimacy into a can. It can't. You take it bit by bit, frame by frame. And I tell you right now, sex really isn't that important. Because like I said, it only lasts for so long. It really isn't that important. It only lasts for so long, people. Right? The intimacy has to be there. What's foreplay? Intimacy. What's wordplay? Intimacy. Shoot. Raise your hand if that initial contact with somebody that you feeling it's probably going to be better than the actual physical sex you had with them later. I know what I'm saying is right. I know what I'm saying is true. The physical intimacy that you have with somebody, like after you meet them, no matter where you meet them, it's it has nothing on that conversation, that initial conversation that you had, like in the club or the grocery store, wherever you met that person at. Wherever you met that person at, it had nothing on it. Cause you could have talked to that person the whole rest of the night, just got lost in their eyes or the motion of their lips, whatever the case may be. Whatever kind of person you are, you could have got lost in it. And at the same time, right? You want to have an ideal, right? You want to have a good ideal of how that person, is going to treat you down the line. I'm going to tell you how they're going to treat you. They're going to treat you the way that you want to be treated. Oh, yeah. It was a song back in the day. It was, but I'm not biting off the song. I'm just keeping it real. They're going to treat you the way you want to be treated. Got the glass up here finally. Now, I want to be honest about it. Okay. I see folks is checking me out on Instagram. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to reach out to a lot of you guys today. When I got promoted, I had at my place of employment, I took on more responsibilities. I'm here for y'all now though, but I want to talk about the fact that people lied to you. Sex isn't very important in a relationship, not a committed relationship. If all y'all doing is just rowboating and that's y'all vibe, then yeah, it's the only thing that there is. So I mean, it's important to speak for itself. But at the end of the day, though, sex isn't very important in a relationship. Um, the issue that I have most of the time with people that think it is like, if it's so important, why do so many people cheat? I'm always dropping knowledge on y'all. If sex is so important in a committed relationship, why do so many people cheat? Come on now, get in the comment section, holler at me. If sex is so important in a relationship, why are so many people out there cheating? I mean, with the menagerie of toys out there and adult bookstore novelties that can get the fire back going. I mean, you can tie the person you whip up, you can blindfold them, you can whip them, all kind of role play. If sex was important, you could get it popping. You could put the porn on. You can get the sex popping. Man, Cousin Spencer, if you got that cricket service, I'm gonna have to ban you for life. What's going on, family?
Not much, man. Just trying to get things in order.
Okay. We have a topic on the floor. Obviously, we're talking about the lie about the importance of sex in a relationship. I was just getting to a very key point, and I'm asking folks, if sex is so important in a relationship, why are people cheating so much? For that?
Yeah, I can. Uh, I want to put that in words. I can relate to that.
I mean, look, there's a lot of women and men out there that was doing their darndest to lay it on the person that they was with, and yet that person still cheated, right?
Yep.
So if sex was that important to a committed relationship, then how come there's so much cheating going on?
Mainly because I think some people are really missing something, or they really base their relationship really off sex, and that's the problem.
You close, fam. But I'm saying you close. Just go one step higher, right? I was saying earlier that the reason why sex really isn't that important is because of the fact that when you meet somebody, you know, even if y'all have sex later that night, still the part of that night that you remember really isn't the sex.
Yep.
If you with that person 10 years down the line, or you see that person 10 years down the line again, whether y'all had sex or not, what you remember is what? The approach, how that person looked before you spoke to him, right? You devoured them. How women said they devour us with their eyes, whatever the case may be, right?
Which is true.
So the intimate moment was the connection, the acceptance. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The rise in your heartbeat, the anticipation of the sex in situations like that can be much more satisfying and gratifying than the actual event. There are women who are watching this show and who will watch this show from now and be like, man, I wish I would have listened to Taibu Muad'Dib because he is right. Dude couldn't do nothing. He gave me 3 minutes. He was out. He came way too fast. I'm just saying. He bought me 6 drinks. He got me drunk. Made me think he was gonna give it to me. He was grinding on me. He had a nice package. Got in there. He gave me 3 minutes. He was out. I couldn't even wake him up before the kids got up. They thought daddy had came back. Come on, help me out, cousin. Leave me hanging.
Oh no, try not to laugh because that what got me going. But yeah, you get some people are like that because most women, like you say now, like people want to experience the sex before they really try to get in a relationship to know if it's worth being in it. But you shouldn't really base it off that because that's going to lead to something else in the future. Like you said, it's going to lead to the cheating because that person is going to be like, man, I already hit it. After a while, I'm getting bored of it.
I have to applaud that, everybody. I have to. Okay, cousin Spencer, let me ask you this question then.
Yeah.
Is that cheater cheating for the sex or because of the intimacy they've achieved with the person they're cheating with?
Actually, it could be the lack of the intimacy will make a person cheat too. Maybe they can't find that same thing, that same little spark that they found in that person before when they met them.
Gun them down, cuz. Gun them down. Shoot them down.
Because it can always be that. It could be the man or the woman. They might not feel that same, that true passion, that true feeling that they have, in the early on, and they try to recreate that, but they can't get it. So they might find it in somebody else. So that's what it may push a person to cheat.
What I'm asking you is, though, for the person stepping out, if what you're saying is true, you've answered the question. They're going for the intimacy, not for the sex.
Yeah. Because most people are. They want that intimacy. Like most women, they want that intimacy. Most men, I should say. I just can't say all men. Most men. Yeah, I can't say all men. Because most of them who will step out because they just want some sex. They just got that. They either got a problem, they just can't help that, and they just want to get laid all the time because they still thinking with that young man mentality, not like a man mentality.
Gotta hit him with that Lil Jon. That what? So do you think men and women cheat for the same reason?
Honestly, no. Because
okay, break it down.
Like in my case, like I should, if I'm gonna use an example, in my case, I don't know why the reason why my wife really cheated, but she just felt like she always had to find a plan B. So I guess that was something, like she was missing something. I don't know what she was missing. But for me, when I actually cheated, I cheated because out of hurt, and I felt like I needed a passion of something I was missing, because I wasn't getting it from her, because all the the stuff that violated everything between us both.
Would you be willing to admit that? I mean, from a point in the thumb, we point the thumb here. Would you be willing to admit that the intimacy faded and you knew about that, so you weren't surprised with the cheating?
What are you talking about, with her cheating or me cheating?
I'm saying if you brought your situation up, I didn't.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is do you believe? Because in my situation, which y'all all saw play out on the podcast, I felt like mine was stepping out, not just because of disappearing acts or the numbers in the phone, but because the energy had left that I was getting initially. So that's what I'm saying. Do you believe that? Were you not so surprised about the cheating because the energy had gone somewhere else?
Certain things used to catch me by surprise, but after a while, I wasn't surprised anymore. It just, you feel like, okay, I know this is happening because she back. It's like a change in feeling again. You catch on to little things I was catching on to the little things she kept doing. Well, I knew her so well. I knew when she was out doing something.
Bust it down, shoot it down. I feel you, bro. Get straight to the point. So in your opinion, she wasn't chasing the physicality, she was chasing intimacy.
Yeah, at one point, because like I said before, she never let go of an old love that she had. So I guess that was another issue too. So that kind of
I've done podcasts about exes and stuff like that. I have.
Yeah.
My thing is, my thing is, well, shoot, that was how my marriage was. My ex really actually just married me just to piss off her ex enough to want her back.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, and that's hurtful enough.
She was on Operation the Big Payback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she went a whole level above. Like, I got married to a man.
Yeah, she wanted to get him away from the woman that stole him from her. So for her to do that, her bright idea was to get somebody that she felt like would make him jealous, you know what I'm saying, and all that. And I think it was working for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why. But then he ended up marrying the chick that he had left her for about a year after we got married.
Wow.
So that pretty much closed the deal on that. But she still was pining away for the situation. So
yeah,
it was pretty tough for me, bro. Like,
I know that feeling, man. I truly do.
You stayed a lot longer than I did. I don't know. I got a cutoff switch. I don't play that. Like, you know what I mean? Like
no, it's like how mine was. I was trying, like, you try to work on it as much as possible.
So a lot of people was coming at me like, how do you know she's cheating and this and that? And oh, that's not real proof. What was your real proof?
It's like I literally noticed when she changed. I noticed how she changed, how she started acting, how she started dressing. Like you wouldn't dress a particular way for me, but when you want to go out, like if you going to like she was going to school or whatever, like going like she was going to like a MATC, but you dressing a little like more sexier just to go to school. I'm like, okay, that ain't you as usual, because usually you'll just throw on something just because you're just going to class. But all of a sudden you want to change what you want to wear, you want to put on extra makeup, and you act like I wouldn't take notice to this stuff.
Hey Don, the people's choice, Don Rico in the house, y'all. Now look, after the intervention that you did with me and Shay, I have to ask you, do you think that he claimed she was cheating? I asked him what the proof was. He said how she was dressing. Did he over problemize that situation? Let me know.
That's because she dressed a certain way don't mean she cheating. She might just be feeling herself, want to get sexy.
But it wasn't for me. I can tell you that much.
Was it the end of y'all relationship?
No, this is in our marriage. I knew my wife. I was married for 10 years before she passed away.
You got divorced now?
I'm a widowed person, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh man.
And like I picked up on a lot of stuff like early, like you just notice when a person literally changing on you. Like
it could have been some of the people she was hanging around too. They might, girl, get cute. Come on, let's go out.
No, it wasn't that. You know, like I used to buy her. I bought her beautiful, nice stuff, and I told her, like, because I told her she was always beautiful. She looked good. I got her nice stuff, like, but certain stuff she was like, okay, if you were coming out with me to wear a particular outfit, but she was dressing more like she was like more like you was trying, like you was going out on a date with somebody.
Right, to catch something.
I know that feeling.
She might have had something on the side then.
I'm saying, did she come out and admit it to you at some point?
After I had caught her up in her lies, yeah, she had to admit it.
Oh, she said she was cheating.
Yeah, after I eventually confronted her on it.
Oh.
Like I just like you figure it after a while, like because everything like what you do in the dark does come to the light.
Hell yeah. Hey, big dog, I just wanted to pop in for a second, man. I ain't been feeling that good, so I'm a little under the weather. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I just came to show you some love, man. It was good seeing you, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was good seeing you.
You know,
came down, man.
I didn't get a chance to see you when you came up here.
I'm feeling a little bit better though.
Well, I'm glad we praying for you, man. Look, so we definitely have the online opportunity for you to virtually train, for me to put you on a program. We talked about that. Inbox me on Facebook. I'll shoot you a link to get you on board with that situation. Anybody that wants to train with Taibu Muad'Dib online, I got you on True Coach. Also, I want to say this. I got a lot out of the intervention. We talked about you starting a platform of your own, right?
Yeah.
So let's make your platform and you losing weight and getting healthier part of your platform. You know what I'm saying?
True that. Yeah, true that.
I'm gonna go to some of the comments. You're welcome anytime. You the people's choice, man. We're glad to have you. You see, I'm going to the suit and tie game. I'm bringing it out. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to be like Kevin Samuels. I don't think he could be like me either. But I'm just saying, like, the folks want to see, you know what I'm saying, the crispy. I'm giving the advice. They want to see the, you know what I'm saying, the shirt and the tie. Maybe a bow tie. Who knows? I don't know. I got to try a couple different styles. If y'all see me in a cummerbund, if Y'all
I
see
seen
what the
you on that
bow
big
tie to
dog.
come about.
I know I ain't talked to you in a couple days. I've been real busy, like working 12-hour days at the gig. So, and
Respect.
I'm not feeling that well. So, that coughing and that all that bullshit going around down here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just trying to
Okay.
rest up and get better.
Before you leave though, tonight's topic is the lies about the importance of sex in a relationship. So, do you think on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being hell nah, 10 being absolutely, how important is sex in a relationship?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, if she ain't putting out, I'm going somewhere else. And I'm going to tell her in her face. I don't care. We were married together for 20 years. If you ain't putting out, hey, I gotta go nab something else.
So
I'm just, that's I mean, it's not the biggest, but it's one of the biggest. It's up there tied with communication. You know what I'm saying? It's like sex and look, I gotta
is it?
have
I'm saying. So you're saying that sex is more important than intimacy?
man, look. That is part of it, and that's part of it. That's sex, man. Look, all right. What do men look at women for? What do women look at men for? Because they like them and they want to be intimate with them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but there's sex and there's intimacy. Intimacy is something more deeper, brother.
Yeah,
That truly builds a connection with somebody.
Just
He keeping
that
it real with that one.
Where you feel the love, where you feel the chills in your body when you see that person. But
That's intimacy, though.
Yes.
That's intimacy, bro.
I know that's what I'm saying. Is
the physical touch is not important. The physical touch doesn't get the physical touch doesn't get you this. It's intimacy, bro.
Yeah,
you got to stimulate something.
That's the word we're looking for. Stimulate.
I'm gonna walk in if I'm attracted to her. I don't even need her to touch me to get right.
That's intimacy, bro. Look. I'm just saying, me and you.
They're both important, but I'm just saying, sex is right up there. Like, sex is a big for me. I don't know about anybody else, but if that's taken out of the relationship, the relationship's gonna really crumble. I'm just being real.
If y'all have intimacy, where would the sex go? How could the sex not be better?
Right, that's what I'm saying. But no,
it's on a whole nother level. You laugh longer with the intimacy.
No, like he said, when like he said, this girl got to acting different and funny. Like when women get to acting different and funny and they ain't putting out, then the intimacy and the sex is out of there.
Women still have sex with men they're cheating on. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
they do.
Men still have great sex with women that they're cheating on.
Absolutely right, but it ain't the same.
It ain't. But they gotta keep. They try to. What they learn to do is just keep their rhythm the same. Because if it changes up, a woman will notice something.
I know when a female effing off. I know.
Of course you do, because she start pulling a move you ain't never done before in the room. All of a sudden, wait a minute.
It just don't. That energy don't be there like it was. You know when you in your honeymoon stage, the sex is the best. Then your honeymoon stage, it's like damn near tearing clothes off, getting it in. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna stay like that because that's the honeymoon stage. But
yeah, it don't never last too long.
If you have a good, healthy relationship, a sexual relationship, a friendship, all that plays a part in it. But I'm just saying, I didn't say sex was the most important, but it's up there with me.
Mr. Whitby says you can have intimacy. Mr. Whitby says that you can have intimacy with no sex. What do you think about that? What do y'all think about that?
I'm gonna let your boy
Mr.
answer
Whitby,
that first.
Ed Whitby is saying you can have intimacy without sex. Do you
You
believe
can.
that's true?
You can. Sometimes you can stimulate somebody mentally without actually having the sex. You can stimulate emotionally without having the sex. Sometimes
Yeah, I agree.
some people get turned on by just with a person who can stimulate them with they like being smart and without even having the sex. It just turns
Right.
them on that way, and that just satisfies them that way.
Tori Culverson says men cheat physically and opportunity, but the
Hey,
woman cheats based off emotion and thought.
I know you want me to you trying to drag me in, but I'm gonna rest up. I'm gonna get in the shower and lay down, man.
No, it's all good, man. I
All right,
appreciate
man.
you, bro.
Nice meeting you, brother.
See y'all
It's always
see
good to see
tomorrow
you, man.
night,
I'm
man.
Don
Think
Rico.
it through Thursday. We gonna get conscious on tomorrow. Let's go.
Hey, what's his name?
My cousin Spencer.
What up, man? I'm Rico.
I met you before on here, brother.
Yeah, he just
Okay. Oh
he,
yeah,
look. He had to upgrade from cricket to sprint.
Alright.
Cricket phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna get with you, man. I'm gonna try to make it tomorrow.
All right, man.
Hey, man, look. Let us know when you're gonna start your platforms. We can get that out there. We can promote it the right way. We can get it done.
All right, bet.
Don Rico, everybody, the people's choice. So, cousin Spencer.
Yes.
He had some good points.
He did.
But I think this is no knock on him. He gonna get at me tomorrow anyway. But if y'all out there still feeling like sex is really, really important, you have to talk about your issues with somebody and get some therapy. Yeah, talk about some stuff.
Because that's that problem. You got what they call that a sex addiction.
Yeah, because the physical touch has nothing, like my man Ed Whitby says on it. What do you think about Tori Culverson? He says men cheat physically and because opportunity. The woman cheats based off emotion and thought. It's different levels. What do you think about that?
It seemed like it's in reverse now. It seemed like most women cheat for opportunities now. Sometimes they don't even feel like they have an emotion to it.
Let it be known.
It's really like that now. It's like if most people I know, like I ain't gonna name no names, but some guys who cheat, they do it for if there's an opportunity involved in the deal, they will cheat for it. But most men now, they really looking for an emotional bond. So some of them cheat for their emotionalness that they can't get from the person that they with. And I always say to them, if you can't have an emotional connection with somebody, why stay with them?
Man, I'm telling you right now, man, it's an eye opener. And you know, the ladies don't come on my show like they used to. When I had Tyrena on here, they was jumping on all the time. Ladies, don't be afraid of my show. I will shame you, but I shame the guys too. I shame folks equally. It's equal opportunity shaming around here.
Of course.
But my whole overall mentality about the situation is that we get something out of these conversations. I'm the African version of Dr. Phil. All right. And look, I want y'all to be transparent, man. Get it out there. That's the only way we can help you. You know what I'm saying? Don't come on the show and not get something from it. You know? I think that Tori's right, but he's right in the totality. Like men and women are so close now, like you're saying, cousin Spencer, and why they cheat. It's all of the above. Men and women are both cheating because of the physical, with their attraction, because the opportunity presents itself, because they have emotional and thought in their mind, they didn't work themselves up. I need this. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Whether it's true or not. But moving forward, though, I think that one of the biggest lies told about sex, the importance of sex is that, like, if you're not doing it a lot, you know, that you don't have a good relationship. What do you think about that?
If you're not doing like, you're not gonna have a good
I
relationship.
think that that's a lie. Like if you don't have a lot of sex relationship, it's not a good relationship. What do you think about that?
That is a lie. I ain't gonna, because if you out, like you said before, if you constantly keep basing it off, it's gonna fail fast. If that's all you going for in a relationship and nothing else, is just sex, it ain't gonna last long. You truly lose. You lose the intimacy real quick.
All right. Well, we got a lot of comments in the section, man. In the comment section, I'm trying my best to check out both of them. It is what it is. At the end of the day, Ed Whitby says that for a man, sex is important. Intimacy will be there. All right. Tori Culverson is saying the honeymoon phase will last as long as you make it last. So at the end of the day, for the best podcast viewing experience, come over to YouTube at Taibu Muadi. Come over and check us out. We're gonna get to the right or wrong segment in a second. We're just having such a good conversation about the importance of sex and relationship. I already said the walls could talk around here. You know, I'm a flat out hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying this alive, but I'll be, you know, I'm on the march. I'm on the war path for mine. But you know, everybody isn't me. I try to date women that I have a close connection with, so that there's always a feeling of intimacy in the air. Therefore, the sex is the icing on the cake. That's kind of how I get there. I'm quick to notice when the energy isn't there for me, because the sex is just the icing on the cake, our intimacy cake. And it'd be good too. What's your favorite icing, cousin Spencer, on the cake?
Buttercream don't make a difference for me.
How about you, Shay?
Cookies and cream. One plus a yield.
No, I want you to speak louder, so they've already talked about that. I'm just right. Why about to argue about everything? I'm just asking you to speak louder. The mic's over here. I can't. She says cookies and cream. I'm gonna tell you something right now. That coconut joint, that caramel coconut joint.
You mean like the for the German chocolate cakes?
I mean, whatever you want to put that thing on, that caramel coconut joint, boy.
Yeah, that's a German chocolate cake. That's what they put on there.
You can put that. You can put that bleep on everything. Shoot. I can't see it. I'm old. I can't see little ass letters. I swear. Give my readers for real. I gotta put tab. I gotta like place my little tabs on these things. You know what I'm saying? And get it popping. That's 100 though. The topic for tonight is the lies about the importance of sex in a relationship. Right? We've gone over a couple different things. Shay, now that we have women on the show, me and Cousin Spencer going back and forth. I asked him, does he think men and women cheat for the same reason? What do you think? Do they?
No, not at all.
Break it down.
I mean, I'm not a man, so I can't really speak for y'all. But I'm just saying, I'm not. So I don't.
You
know.
not. If you simply saying that you think we cheat for different reasons, break that down. You know.
I'm saying y'all cheat probably because y'all just horn dogs. I mean,
women don't get horny. What's going on here?
It's a big difference.
Hey! I'm going in on people with this little keyboard now.
It's a big difference. No, what are you doing?
You on shame alert now? No. You know what I'm saying?
It's a big big difference.
Women, if it's women watching, y'all jump off in the comment section. Do women get horny? Y'all get. She said men cheat because you can't tell me that it's not women out there cheating just because they horny. What are you talking about?
Most of them cheat because they horny. Can't wait on the man to come home. They just get the next door neighbor. I guess he's waiting on them, right?
Everybody has a voice here, even if your opinion makes you ashamed on that show. Everybody has a voice. We're gonna put that out there. Look, my man Edward Whitby, he ate. So the audience is asking.
I don't know. I guess like y'all feel that y'all have to have it more. You know what I'm saying? Say your girl she giving it to you, but you want more, so you gonna go out there and get it because she ain't fulfilling your needs.
Awesome.
I'm just saying. But us, I'm just saying, most of the time we cheat because, well, I'm not saying we because I ain't never cheated, but I'm just saying, like, I would say no. I'm just saying, like, because y'all done cheated multiple times, all these many times, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I'm just doing it too. That's how I feel. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Rebuttal from the panel.
Rebuttal. Okay. Men and women both cheat because either something's truly missing or they feel as, like you said, there's opportunities on both sides want to do it. A woman put a thought into that myself. I'm gonna go out here and have sex with this dude because I've been wanting to for a minute.
Gotta give that brother a round of applause. Cousin Spencer, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Did you consider when your ex-wife cheated, did you consider not cheating?
At one point, it took me a minute, but no. At first, no. At first, no. When I found out about it, I was like, I did it like completely out of sadness and anger when I first cheated.
Did you feel better?
No, I felt actually worse.
So was it not good?
No, it wasn't that. It's just simple fact was I was like, I felt like her. No, like not
shame alert, bro. Everybody on this show right now on shame alert. Don't contradict yourself.
If you let me finish what I'm trying to say, like when I said,
okay, go ahead.
When I said I felt like her, I said now I'm feeling like her, like just being just a cheater now. That's what I feel like. That's what the feeling I was getting. I was like, I'm just basically like her, just cheating. It didn't make me feel any, it just made me feel less and low.
So, we're gonna get to the right or wrong segment, but we're gonna circle back to that because something ain't right around here. All right, y'all. Say Youth right or wrong segment. We're gonna go to more deep though. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna see what she sent. We're gonna see what she sent over to us. The right or wrong segment. Shade right or wrong segment. You can break it down for him.
They talking about women, basically modern women wanting to be side chicks.
Oops. All I know, Cousin Spencer, is people be lying about the sex they have in their relationships.
They do.
Know about that? What you know about that? What you know about that?
Some do. I never.
All right, I'm gonna go to the you dig. We're gonna get off of this. We're gonna get off of this thing. All right, we're gonna go ahead. Cousin Spencer, why does your phone do that eventually? Like it used to was good, like for a good half an hour, boy. Like it's getting better. What's going on with that?
I've been trying to figure that out too, man. I don't know.
Are you
Maybe
are you streaming on 2 different platforms or just one?
just one.
Are you on YouTube or Facebook?
I'm on Facebook. That's probably
Nah, go to YouTube, bro.
go to YouTube.
Definitely go to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not streaming off of Facebook. I was like, you send me the link and I click it, so it just brings me to whatever you send me to.
It's doing you like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute you for a second so we can do the what's it called? We have to figure that out. We have to figure that out because you're a great podcast panelist, man. Just we can't do this without you, but man, we gotta get that taken care of. And I hope you talk to your phone provider and see what's going on. Are you doing from your phone? Are you doing from your phone or your laptop?
My phone.
Do you have a different device, like a laptop or a computer?
I wish I had a laptop in this house.
we gonna work on it. I'm gonna mute you real quick. Presenting the Right or Wrong segment with Shay. You already know what it is. Shay ain't no joke. Let's go. Let's share. Let's see it. Booyah.
You don't even give a good man the chance to speak a game because this is what you women do. Listen to me for a second, right? The only men that you see are the Chads and the Tyrones, these top 20% of men that get all the girls, yeah? So when you women talk about, we care about men that slept around, if you really cared about men that slept around, you wouldn't get the guy that can get 5 chicks at one time and you make you an option. If you went to all these guys that you walk past every single day, all the guys that, I don't want him, why would I want him? These guys might have potential, but you've never given them a chance because all you care about is Chad and Tyrone. Then when you link Chad and Tyrone, they move like how Chad and Tyrone move, and they keep us the option. And then all these men do is run up your body count and make you girls more unagreeable. Do you know why you become more unagreeable?
Why?
Because you don't get what you want. These men beat you and leave you and run up your mileage, and that's all that happens. Then all they do, by the time you meet a guy that actually cares about you, the girl will be speaking this like you're like.
Well,
do y'all feel that he is right or wrong?
The Englishman is definitely talking real fast, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I think that the high body count comment was legit. I think that was legit. As far as who women choose to be with, I think that women they're not dating up. Women are definitely dating down. We had that show, remember? Women are dating down because so my show has proven that to be inaccurate. But women running their body count up and becoming less agreeable, I think he's spot on. So I mean, I'm split. I think he's right and he's wrong. How about you, Cousin Spence?
He made some solid points on it, but I could agree and disagree on certain things he was just saying. The main agreement with him saying a high body counter. That's that's an honest one. But some of the, like you said, some of the women are dating down, but I don't know why they do that. I've been trying to figure that out for some of these women for the longest.
Hold on. Let me play this. Let me play a little bit of this again. Let's try to dissect what he's talking about. Let's try to dissect. Let's give him a chance.
Wait, stop talking.
Wait,
one voice.
Listen, you're doing the same thing. You don't give good men the chance. You don't even give a good man the chance to speak and put you on some game because this is what you women do. Listen to me for a second, right? Cool. The only men that you see are the Chads and the Tyrones, these top 20% of men that get all the girls, yeah? So when you women talk about, we care about men that slept around, if you really cared about men that slept around, you wouldn't get the guy that can get 5 chicks at one time and you make you an option. If you went to all these guys that you walk past every single day, all the guys that, I don't want him, why would I want him? These guys might have potential, but you've never given them a chance because all you care about is Chad and Tyrone. Then when you link Chad and Tyrone, they move like how Chad and Tyrone move, and they keep us an option. And then all these men do is run up your body count and make you girls more unagreeable. Do you know why you become more unagreeable?
Why?
Because you don't get what you want. These men beat you and leave in one life.
Well, yeah. So we got that, man, from the horse's mouth. I appreciate that dude bringing that out there. Men and women got to learn to take care of home, handle your business, do what must be done at home, leave no room for your spouse to step out. So I clicked on this because me and Shay was talking about this today. Ed, no one controls their spouse's, girlfriend's, bust down, sneaky links behavior. You don't. You can come home with a dozen roses and a heart-shaped box of chocolates. That person can throw them in your face. Go give them to the person you sleep with. You can be like, where did that come from? But they can do it. You know, you can't control their behavior. If they take it and say, oh, you know, you win it, but you didn't control that. That was their decision. Right? Ed, people are handling their business and still getting cheated on.
Yep.
That's 100. That's 100.
I got exactly what he just said. He said they women overlook good men because they want that particular man that they want, and they just constantly keep doing that. And then
Tori Culberson said there's a difference between hoes and real women. Hoes level up, the woman goes for love. So I want to say to Tori that that's a pretty cynical look at our sisters, bro. Like, you got to stick and skate for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And really get to know yourself. People who are single in 1,000 times don't like themselves. They don't want to hear about themselves. When you're in a committed relationship, you're going to hear about yourself. You know, call it a corrective behavior moment or some coaching.
Yep.
All right, that just is what it is. Cousin Spencer, I got nothing but love for you, man. Tell me, do you think that guy is right or wrong?
He right. With what he said on there, because I finally listened to it thoroughly, he right on that one. They truly do that. For some weird reason, y'all do that.
So they don't want to give a decent guy a chance because they deem him to be beneath them. They want the guy that has this, has that, but only views them as an option. And then they want to cry the blues when he's not getting them what they want. So by the time they do come to a guy that they give a chance to, like, now I have to deal with all the stuff that these other guys who just was dipping in and flipping and did you, I got to deal with that nonsense. And really, because you a mess, you hold out hope that guy that dogged you has XYZ going for itself, will call you again.
Yep. And then what she's gonna end up doing is running that good man down into the ground and making him a miserable person. You can either say he or she.
I respect that, bro. My man Ed Whitby says sex should take place 4 or 5 days a week, leaving room for shortcomings.
7 days.
Cousin Spencer, let me be the first person to say that people get bored with having sex with the same person.
I could agree.
So if you're having sex 5, 6, 7 times a week, you know, at least one time each day. I mean, how many times are you going to go to Great America in the same month? I mean, it's a great place to be.
Yeah.
How many times are you going to go in 1 month before it gets boring?
True. Hey, but some people, I don't know, they'll never get bored of their spouse or their significant other. It's just something.
Remember, everybody, I advocate for poly. I just think that if you're with somebody and you don't want to leave them and don't want to be with them, you have to figure it out. You got to spice it up. Why have somebody else and can be an open relationship, but it be forced. You cheat, you force somebody into a poly and open relationship. They're forced into it now.
It depends on the person
Okay,
you
you
run
keep
into.
saying being single, but you're not truly single if you're busting down for guys online, if she's busting down for men online, if she's busting down for coworkers that have been trying to get at her while she was in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you're busting down, you're in a relationship, it's homie love your friend or sticky link, or y'all just busting down, but y'all talking. You're in a relationship. We're all in relationships, people. And sex isn't the important. If you just want to get meat, ham, bone, ladies, or fellas, if you want to just keep it wet, that's one thing. But at the end of the day, you're going to desire intimacy. It's not going to come from the rowboat. Okay, so people, so help me out. Ed Whitby, Mr. Monroe, Mr. Culverson, does intimacy come out of sex, or is sex the child of intimacy? Don't leave me hanging, people.
That hit kind of deep. That hit really deep.
The question was too much. You've been married for 10 years. You've been married for 12 years. Was the sex something that happened because y'all had a real intimate relationship? Y'all was real serious intimacy, romance, desire, passion, or was that all a derivative of the great sex you enjoyed in the initial year or two?
No, we had it was intimacy between me and her. I can't say for her, but for me, yes. I can't speak for her. She ain't here to speak for her.
Y'all both had more experience in marriage than I did. I was only married for 3 years. I got out. I don't play homie, don't play that.
Smart man. You told myself I ain't doing that one no more. If it didn't work the first time, it ain't gonna work the second time.
No, what I'm saying is I got out of that relationship because I don't control people's. Like I told my ex-wife, I said you have to choose to be happy with our relationship. That's what I told her. I said you have to choose to be happy with the man that I am, what I provide for the family, what I bring to the table. You have to decide to be happy with that. No one makes someone happy. That's a lie. That person has to assess what they have and decide to be happy with it or not. So I don't get with the woman to make her happy. I get with the woman because I feel like I can build with that woman, period. If she's not happy with how we're building or what we're building, that's her choice and decision. I offer leadership. A lot of women want to be the leader. I can't date that kind of woman. It's not going to work for me. But the show is about the lies about the importance of sex. So if a person isn't getting the sex they feel they deserve or they want, is that because there's a lack of intimacy for the person that's denying them, not the person that wants it?
Low battery. Please charge.
What do you think about that question, Cousin Spencer? Do you think that if a person in a relationship is denying that person the sex that they want, that's an automatic indication that that person isn't feeling the same intimacy the person that wants it is?
I believe so. That's true. Somebody denying them that because they don't feel that They might not feel it at that particular moment. I should say, but you still at that point they feel like they're getting denied that, and they feel like okay, it might be a lack of something's wrong. You know, it'd be a lack of something. So then that puts that thought, that plants that seed in a person's mind, like okay, I have to start, slowly pushing my way this way.
I agree with you, bro. I think that a lot of people,
Low battery.
don't understand when you come together with a person, if you don't have that intimacy, then the sex is going to become dull, boring, damn near a chore. Raise your hand if at some point in your your committed relationship, like raise your hand if you ever experienced being in a committed relationship where having the sex became a chore that you didn't want to do. Say it again, bro.
I can't say that one. When the sex is sex, it was like one to for me. I can't say that one.
Did you have sex with your ex after you found out she was cheating?
After we found out she cheating.
Taibu Muad'Dib, this is what I do, man. Let me tell you something. I call a fool out. I'm not going to hit my cousin Spencer with the shame bag because people will be getting offended when I do that. They don't come back on my show. But clearly, obviously that, he looked away. If I was a policeman interrogating him, I'd have to lock him up and charge him with that murder. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly he wasn't going to give us a legitimate answer. Shay, have you been in a situation where sex became a chore that you didn't want to do?
No.
So I'm sorry, people, like y'all slaves to the physiology. I've been in relationships where sex became a chore. And I say that because I don't think the person deserved it. There was no intimacy there. I was doing it out of like a sense of duty more than I really wanted to get down. And that's just been my experience. And I don't expect it to be everybody's experience. But if we all have had failed relationships and failed marriages, only one of us is saying it became a chore. Y'all have to, I need both of y'all to look at yourself, look within yourself. The physical pleasure that comes from sex should not be something that you connect yourself to with somebody that you won't have any intimacy. I'm not saying that right, but I want y'all to consider that. That person, if you don't have an intimate connection with them, they don't deserve that action. Don't put yourself through that. We went through the dating prostitution already, right? If you haven't sex, Cousin Spencer, or stay with somebody that cheated on you, that's dating prostitution. You know it, right?
Hey, that is what it is.
I mean, there's an agreement that sex is still being had, so there has to be some type of material being exchanged going on.
Only exchange that is one of the exchanges. Still in all, you still feel something for the person, and that's what I was still feeling for my wife. I still felt I loved her still, so that was a part of that.
If a guy in a bar is feeling something for the chick he buys 5 drinks for, take her home, and to top it off, take her to Waffle House too. You know what I'm saying? He's feeling something for her too. You're not alone. It's still dating prostitution. if you doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing to have the sex, oh, I'm gonna use that as an excuse to have sex with somebody that clearly doesn't want me anymore because they already cheated. I'm gonna keep having sex with them because they paying bills or because they live here or because it's convenient. Dating prostitution. Remember, in dating prostitution, everybody, both people are both tricked and prostitute. There's manipulation going on. You're being tricked. You're prostituting yourself to that person because there's an exchange of some kind. There's an agreement of some kind. This is why we're doing it.
Low battery. Charge.
Now look, if y'all the kind of people that like sloppy seconds, is what it is. But the bottom line is, I'm not saying that a person can't cheat and y'all can't work that out.
Well, technically, wouldn't the other person be getting the sloppy seconds if it was?
That's what I should say. I'm like,
News flash to everybody that lives with somebody that's cheating on them or is married to somebody that's cheating on them. They're going to that person they're cheating with for the real enemy. They're going to them first to get off what they want to get off. When they come back home, they're just laying down, open their legs up and sticking it in you out of a sense of duty. So yeah, I mean, argue me down. This is the podcast. I mean, y'all jump in there and let me know. You know,
I ain't gonna argue that one down because it's a good point.
I mean, look, I'm a confirmed genius. If you hadn't considered it like that, you know, you was again. Look, let me tell you something. You was justifying doing wrong. We all have been there. I've been there. But what I'm saying is that I'm not interested in somebody that's interested in somebody else if there was supposed to be a commitment. Make sense?
Yeah.
So if I feel at any given time like you're interested in somebody else, we're supposed to be together. You know, that rowboating is now ours. What's between your legs, man or woman, is now ours. Once you offer what you said was mine to somebody else, it's now ours. I'm not comfortable.
It ain't even considered that anymore. I don't even. What they go there? This is saying like nobody's really promised to anybody. Nobody's body belongs to anybody but yourself. So you can choose to give it to whoever you want to give it to.
When I started the show, didn't I just say that we have to have an understanding to make it work? So it's not about belonging; it's about the understanding. If you make me feel we have understanding, and you go back on your word, what am I to do?
You can honestly see that. I learned that it's like nobody belongs to nobody, but at a certain point, you gotta like if you with somebody, you gotta keep it at home.
My cousin Shemaya, man, she said intimacy is deeper than sex. Would love to get her in here at some point, man. Cousin Shemaya, you know you're always welcome on the show. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it to the beat. I gotta eat my food. I gotta get my sleep. But I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. This was a hot show. We'll talk more about sex and intimacy because as a people in slavery, we didn't have those options and choices. So tune in tomorrow. I might go with this again tomorrow and make this to how social justice plays into effect, issues, slavery, slave mentality, how it plays into a factor of how we're treating each other based on sex and intimacy. Because for 400, 500 years, we didn't have a choice of intimacy with the person that we were having sex with, be a slave master or the person that they paired us with to create offspring. So now that we do have a choice, it can kind of seem like we don't have a choice. We're just out there. All right. Let me do my thing, y'all. Taibu Muadi, You're a Mess is a podcast and relationship podcast. Wants to help you come out of a mess to avoid a mess. And and to find something healthy. Cousin Spencer, you're a panel member. We appreciate you. Fix your goddamn phone service, man. We love
I
you,
gotta
bro.
get a laptop.
Shout out to the whole Milltown. You didn't call me, bro. You supposed to have kicked it that night. Throw some ones.
Thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
Thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess.
Thank God.
Thank God. Thank God.
All right, everybody. Wait for this song. The song is coming out. Y'all gonna love it. That is the show. Tune in tomorrow at 9 something for the next episode of You're a Mess.
Bye.